Welcome back, folks. It is 5:08 on this wonderful Thursday evening. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's jump right into the forecast right now as we take a look outside at America's Mattress Live Tower Cam. We've got a lot of cloud coverage further east of Grand Junction, and actually further west of us. We're looking at some pretty overcast skies that could be giving us maybe a little bit of some showers this evening, and hopefully that'll move on east down that I-70 corridor. The first thing I want to talk about is we're going to have a little bit of some tug-of-war temperatures. As of tomorrow, we're going to have maybe a few degrees dropped into those low 90s, but that weekend and the early work week, it's warming right back up to be in those triple digits. We're looking at winds starting to die on down. We are going to only kind of have some breezes in between that 10, maybe 15 mile an hour zone in the next 24 hours. And our air quality is unfortunately poor in terms of that air quality index. It is at 58, so there's a little bit of some moderate health concerns for anybody that is sensitive to air pollution hanging out for us here in the Grand Valley. We still have that red flag warning active, and same with that fire weather warning basically going hand in hand. And it's not just in Mesa County, it's also down in Montrose County and Delta County and even in Garfield County, and that's not going to expire at least until those evening hours of 8 p.m. today because of that low humidity, those gusty winds, and that warm temperature. But hopefully we'll get a little bit more of some humidity kind of hanging out with us as those overcast and possible storm clouds move on in the next hour or two. We'll take a look at the radar right now, and this is actually this kind of dark blue and green area is from all of that smoke currently leaving that fire. And we'll notice a little bit of some action is about to move on in with those overcast clouds I was just chatting about. We'll take a look at that fire potential over that kind of Four Corners region is where those temperatures are even drier around Durango. And so I wouldn't be surprised if their fire weather warning and their red flag warning extends a little bit further than ours, but we still have those dry airs hanging out with us in the Grand Valley. Right now, it is feeling on that warm side of things, 87 degrees in Grand Junction, same in Montrose, 83 in Moab, and further east hanging out in those 70s and those mid 80s as well. Our almanac will show us we're a few degrees shy of what we're typically used to at 91 instead of 93 for those highs, and same on that low end hanging out at 59 instead of 61. I want to chat about that dog walking forecast because Miss Luna is hanging out with me only for today and tomorrow. So we are looking at a little bit of cooler temperatures tomorrow, but with all of those sunny skies. If you'd like to send me a photo of your dog, please feel free to at jsage@KRXTV.com. And speaking of tomorrow, as we get into Friday, we have had this kind of high pressure ridge that has been over us for quite a while, but we're going to have this low pressure trough move on in, which is why we have that chance for some minimal showers this evening. Maybe 10-20% could happen for us. We'll take a look at that overall setup. This is what I'm talking about. Over those, well, northern mountains, maybe even some scattered showers along that I-70 corridor as we get into those evening hours of tomorrow, setting us up for a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Those wind speeds right now, of course, are staying pretty calm. Moab's at 37 miles an hour, but we're going to get those calm airs on the way as we jump into the weekend. We'll take a look at that extended forecast. Hanging out with sunny skies for that weekend in those mid to upper 90s, and very, very hot temperatures are on the way for Grand Junction in those triple digits, of course, on Monday and Tuesday. Montrose, about 10 degrees cooler, but still pushing to be in those 90s for the long run once the early work week starts.